Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Don't mind my steering wheel greeting you here in the first clip of the video. It is early morning hours. I mean, not like super crazy early, but definitely early. I am outside of the gym getting ready to go in and get my workout done. And so I wanted to start off the day in the life before I go home, because when I get home after my workout, we have a time, we have to be somewhere. We're meeting up with our homeschool friends to do a little nature outing, and I'm going to talk to you guys more about that, just because I always am sharing with you guys that if you don't have the community that you want in your homeschool, to create that. And so this year I started a nature thing for my friends, the ones that I do tea time with and all that, and it has not gone very well at all. So not anything bad, but it's been a little defeating. So I want to share that in this video, just to kind of give you guys, like, you know, a look at when things don't go well. So we're gonna do a day in the life today. I wanted to start it off now, and I want to thank Hiya Health for sponsoring today's video. More on Hiya here in a second, but I've been sharing with you guys about Hiya for the last, I don't know, 6-ish months, because they have become my favorite multivitamin for my kids, because there's no added junk, no sugar, just the good stuff in Hiya's vitamins. So anyway, I'm going to share more about them here in a minute. Well, not actually a minute, in a while, when I get home and I give my kids their vitamins for the day. But I wanted to start off the day in the life now. I'm going to go inside and work out really hard. Yeah. Sometimes when the day is so busy, I just want to get this done, so then I don't even have to think about it, and waking up at 5:30 is worth it for me for that. And this week I've wanted to have my afternoons free to do things that I've needed to do, and so this has been working out well. I normally don't wake up every day at 5:30, but this week I actually have. So anyway, that's where we're at. Bright and early. Let's get this day started. What is the Lord's Supper, Caleb?
Like the night he was betrayed, and the wine and the bread.
Him. Can you imagine, that's Genesis 5:21-24. Can you imagine a man like Enoch, who so loved God and was so close to him, that God, who has a right to do whatever he determines, gave him an exception and took him to heaven without dying?
Wow.
This is the only other exception of this recorded in Scripture. Landon, Liv, come take these. Hey, you two with your wisdom teeth, do you think you can? Probably not yet.
No, I could eat a bag of chips right
I
now.
had a bagel today and I didn't realize how much you actually do.
Do it careful. So like I already told you guys, Hiya is sponsoring today's day in the life. They're my absolute favorite when it comes to my children's multivitamins, because Hiya doesn't have any of the filler or junk that you might be surprised to find in your kids' multivitamins. Best of all, they taste great, and they're gonna fill in all of those micronutrient gaps that your kids may have. Most kids do. Let's be honest, most kids are not eating 3 spinach salads a day, and so Hiya can fill in those micronutrient gaps, and you can have peace of mind as a mom knowing your kids are getting what they need. So when you order from Hiya, you will get a glass bottle like this. This is reusable, and so every month your refillable package will arrive right to your door. I've taken it out of the box, but this is the package inside, and then you're able to just pour these into your glass bottle, which cuts down on waste and all of that important stuff as well. So you just go ahead and open these, pour them in, and then you will never miss a day with your kids' multivitamins from Hiya. So I have a 50% off offer for you guys. I'll leave it down below. It's just a link, no code, but you can get half off your first order of Hiya. I guarantee you will love them and it will give you such peace of mind as a mom. So make sure you check out the links down below to Hiya Health. Also wanted to briefly mention, if you're a mom whose kids have allergies or food sensitivities, Hiya is one of, if not the best options out there for that situation. So as you guys saw, we did a very shortened morning time because we are getting ready to go for our nature outing. We're also going to be going to the library and just in a different part of where we live. So anyway, I rushed home after my workout. I took a quick shower because there's no avoiding that after high intensity cardio day. It was one of those workouts that makes you feel a little nauseous. It's so intense. I was really pushing myself. So anyway, I showered, I quickly changed my clothes, did the tiniest touch of makeup just so I feel put together. I did a quick morning time with the kids. We did World Watch News, our Genesis study, and a question out of the catechism book that I'm doing. And now, because I don't eat before I work out in the morning that early, I am making myself some protein super quick. If you guys have never got these from Costco, they're really, really good. There's 12 grams of protein, I think, in 3. A serving size is 3, yeah. So there's 3. So I had a Kodiak protein waffle, and now I'm gonna heat these up. They're fully cooked too, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna heat them up. They're chicken sausages and they're really good. So I'm gonna do that. Then I have to, of course, stop for gas because I'm always out of gas at the most inconvenient times. And not 45 minutes. What am I doing, Ashley? And so then we'll be on our way. All right, so we are back in the car. We just made it up to the library that we are going to for our nature day today. So I'll fill you guys in later when I have more time on how it's been going and all the obstacles that keep happening whenever we've had a hike planned. But it is still February, so I planned for this one because it'd be a little cold normally to do something outside. So this is what we planned on doing for our nature outing for February. Okay, so we just wrapped up our nature outing. We had to improvise a little bit because what I planned on doing was actually closed, but that's okay. So it's about 12:30 now, so we packed lunch for the car. We're gonna eat on our drive home, and then we're gonna get home and finish up with school for the afternoon. We did do some nature journaling. Can I use yours as an example? Sure. And so all the kids that we do this with, I gave these nature journals to, and so I asked them to draw something from what they could see. So this is a really pretty house up here in the forest that my daughter drew, which they were just sitting on the concrete out front doing that. So very cute. We still had fun. I think it was a worthwhile trip up just for a fresh air and change of scenery, and the kids always enjoy seeing each other, but we're gonna head home now. So we just got home and I went ahead and am getting dinner started. I'm doing some homemade beef stew. My oldest 2 kids had their wisdom teeth out not long ago and we're still eating soft foods. So I'm going to cut up these carrots and throw them in, as well as the potatoes. I started the meat earlier before we left, but I'm gonna get this finished so we can have this for dinner tonight.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
So So I just heated up some leftovers for lunch, homemade hamburgers. We made some salad. We're getting started with math, making really good progress on lesson 83 already of book 2 in The Good and the Beautiful. Cute smiley wallpaper. Gonna watch her video now and do her math. So that's where we are at for today. We spent some time up where we were with our friends, and it was enjoyable, even if it was plan B. He knows the way to my heart.
Castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
So we finished up math for the day, and now I am spending a couple of minutes, not anything super long, on my speaking points for the Kansas Home Educators Expo. This one right here is running the race with endurance, and that is my keynote session. So that's the one that I want to focus on the most. I have typed it up. I like bullet points when I give speaking things. I don't like typing out what I'm saying verbatim, because sometimes I feel like that, you know, we get too focused on reading the paper. So I printed this off because I'm a pen and paper girl and I need to look at it and kind of write down any ideas that I have. So this is as much as I've gotten done the past few weeks. And so now it's kind of like we're getting closer to it and I want to have it done. I don't want to be thinking about it. So I am working on this. So I'm printing off. This one is going to be a workshop. This is turning everyday moments into special ones, homeschooling, and how I think sometimes we look too hard to try to make homeschooling like ultra meaningful when just every day with your kids can be special in and of itself. And then this one right here, I'm talking about homeschooling through doubts and how no matter how far you get into your homeschooling journey, new doubts come. Just when you get rid of the old ones, new ones come. So you have to know how to homeschool through those things. So these are my speaking topics that I am speaking on in Kansas in April, and I am needing to finish them up. So doing a little bit of work on that now. So I shared this on Instagram as well, but I am such a fan of getting actual catalogs in the mail. This one just showed up and I was enjoying looking through it. And I just would prefer this over online shopping. Even if I go online to complete my order, obviously, I just love looking at catalogs. So anyways, I wanted to share with you guys just a quick little look at some of the curriculum we're going to be using next year. I have to go way to the back of the magazine or the catalog because my kids are older. So anyway, I love using master books for apologetics. There's just nothing that compares in my opinion. So next year, I asked my sons about this biblical archaeology course, my oldest son in particular, and then my one right behind him I know will love it. So I think I'm going to grab that for an elective, even though this could obviously count as history or, you know, apologetics. Like, you can really make it what you want, but I think we're going to do that. My oldest son is also interested in this, the Intro to Biblical Greek. Sorry, the sun is like shining on there. And then this is the apologetics course that I'm going to do with my oldest two kids in 11th and 12th grade next year, comparative religions, because we have done this one and we took 2 years to get through that because it was a lot. And so anyways, a lot of this stuff is getting, not that you can't ever learn more, because you can, but we've just done so much of these like major points of faith and culture that it's getting to be, you know, like they've heard it a lot. So anyway, I think it'll be a fun switch up for them to learn more about comparative religions and cults. So we've done this one. I highly recommend it. I would take 2 years to do it though. So I think I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get that. I know I'm definitely gonna get that. We did this course a few years ago and I'm going to do it again with my youngest 2 kids. I wanna wait 1 more year until my youngest daughter is gonna be in the 8th grade. So I'll probably do that for 8th and 10th grade with them. I got this for my youngest daughter next year. I already have that. And even though it says 4 through 6, she'll be in 7. I don't really care. So we're gonna do that. That's gonna be the start of the year with her science. So we're gonna use that as science. I have these, own these, love these, use them, have used them in the past. I think this is one of the best, if not the best way to begin apologetics for your kids. So highly recommend that. My daughter did this course this year, Foundations in Worship, and it's really, really great. So she's enjoyed learning about hymns. This one piqued my interest just because, you know, we are a law enforcement family and this information being presented from a biblical worldview. So I think my youngest son wanted to do this as an elective. So I think I'm gonna grab that too. And then all the way at the front is we did that for half a year. It was terrible. Do not recommend that. Where is that book? This would be really cool for Pilgrim's Progress. My son read that. My younger son tried and it was just too wordy for him, but my older son did read that whole book. These look really cool. What a Character readers, scientists, war heroes, animal heroes. I might just get those as fun little books for my kids to flip through, and I know my older kids will too. Where is that book? I cannot find it. I think it was at the beginning. It totally caught my interest and my kids. This one, Instincts by Design. I think I'm gonna grab that book for morning basket. So yeah, if you guys were wondering, some of what I'm considering, this is all from Master Books, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with a bunch of those options. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It is coming upon curriculum shopping season. Okay, so later I am gonna be taking, and I know that this sounds so funny, but I know a lot of you moms can relate to this. There's like showers, like I took this morning, like 5 minutes for hygienic reasons. Then there's like middle of the road showers, and then there's good showers. So tonight I'm gonna be taking a good shower because Jake and I are flying out to San Diego for a weekend away together on Friday. And so I need to, be on my A game. So here's my collection of items for a good shower. So the first thing I'm gonna do is body scrub. This is a coffee scrub that I got, I think, in a FabFitFun box. So anytime I'm gonna self-tan, I like to shave and exfoliate before I put on my self-tanner. So gonna be doing that, body scrub first, shaving second. Then I'm gonna do a deep conditioning hair mask. I really like this brand. I got their purple shampoo for my hair now that I'm bringing some blonde back into it, which is a process for me, but I'm slowly working my way there. So I'm gonna do a hair mask. I'm going to do a face mask. This is the Typology, oh, actually, this is a face scrub because I'm exfoliating because I'm also going to self-tan my face. So this is a face scrub from Typology. And then I have my Tinkle razor. This is for your face. So for dermaplaning and obviously removing hair, it gets all the dead skin off your face. It just makes your skin feel really, really smooth and soft. So I'm going to do that. This is my favorite self-tanner. It's the best one I've ever found. It's probably not very good for you, but it's only, I only use it a few times a year. So anyway, I'm gonna put this one on my face, and then here's the one for my body. when I self-tan, I do not do like areas that are covered. So I'm just gonna do my shoulders and like up here and definitely my legs. So that's what I'll be doing with my self-tanner. So I thought I would show you guys my good shower, what my plans are. And if you're a mom, let me know if you relate to getting those good showers in. What's the first thing you do when you get in the car?
Oh, seatbelt.
That's right. So my oldest daughter got her license about a year ago, and she's been doing great. And now the time has come to teach the second guy how to drive. He got his learner's permit yesterday, actually. So we're going out for a small spin, just a small one, to practice on driving. So out where we are, there's really no rural area for them to like learn how to drive before they actually get a permit. So we start at ground zero out here, and I think that's probably typical for a lot of kids who live in the city. So my full attention is going to be on him driving, but we're gonna do a little driving lesson now. Start it up. No, you don't put it in drive yet.
Oh yeah, you gotta
keep press down on the brake. You actually have to apply pressure.
Okay.
Turn it on. Okay. Your foot stays on the brake until you put it in. Well, that was risky. Until you put it in drive. All right, so the driving lesson went well for today. We're slowly easing our way in. Then I went ahead and took one of my kids to their activities. We made a quick pit stop to Michael's for some projects that we needed to do. I'll show you guys what I got here in a second from Michael's. And now I'm going to be off to dance, which is why you guys saw me put that beef stew in the crock pot. So dinner will be ready when we get home. Jake and I divide and conquer on Wednesday nights. And so let me show you real quick what we got at Michael's. So my daughter's dance team dances in Disneyland every year, and they have a tradition where they make door hangers. Everybody gets assigned a person. And so my daughter got assigned her person, and so these are the supplies we got. The dance studio provides the wooden door hangers. So some rhinestones, some purple, yellow, gold paint. Now I want you to think Disney. We got these lights, some gold letters, some sunflowers. Leave me a comment below if you guys can guess what her person's favorite Disney movie is based on that stuff that you see there. Leave me a comment down below. Okay, now over here, I also grabbed while I was there, I needed a little like something for my nephew's Easter basket since I didn't get him a toy, so we got him that. And then I got Cosmic egg dyeing kit and Color Whip egg dyeing kit, and some bubbles as well for my nephew's baskets. Those were the last things I wanted to get. Will you throw that away? And then my oldest daughter has a job, so she buys her own stuff now, but she's already getting to work on crocheting a blanket. She made one for my nephew, her baby cousin, the first one, and then baby number 2, well, his is a little late this year. So he's over a year old. So she's making up for lost time on finishing his blanket before baby number 3 comes, and she has to start on another blanket. Where's your clay?
Right
here it is. We got some creative paper clay modeling material. What do you plan on making with that?
I don't really know, but it sounds fun.
Okay. He's getting crazy with the wisdom teeth, so he needed something to think about. And she also got a bunch of resin stuff. She's been making a lot of resin things lately, and also some yarn, a different kind of yarn, and a small crochet hook because she wants to make a hibiscus flower tote bag that she found on YouTube, a tutorial for. So that was our quick Michael's run, but now we're going to be off to dance. And so yeah, got that taken care of, which was good. So I'll have her paint this. I'll have her paint her door hanger this weekend while Jake and I are gone, so it's ready. And then when I get back, I'll help her decorate it, and we'll make it look really cute. So that's the Michaels run. All right, so yesterday I told you guys it's a totally new day. And normally I don't like to do that, but I told you guys I was gonna talk about our little nature group that I have been having a little bit of a difficult time with. So, not everybody watches every video, so let me just give you guys a little bit of backstory. So, we, for the longest time, just were doing homeschool, I guess you could say, on our own. We've never been a part of any co-ops. They're just not popular where we are. In the past, we were part of a homeschool group that ended terribly, so we took a long break before joining an official group. In the past 2 or 3 years, we've been a part of our church's homeschool group, which that is a blessing that our church even has a homeschool group. Our church is very pro homeschooling. In fact, they're like huge advocates. Our pastor homeschooled all of his children with his wife, and his kids are not quite as old as me, but they're definitely in their late 20s and early 30s. So, you know, they were a part of homeschooling when it wasn't necessarily as easy and doable. So anyway, we have a very homeschooling friendly church, which I'm very grateful for. The group is a very nice group. It's a very sweet group. We enjoy the opportunities that it brings. However, we've made, my kids have, you know, like, I guess you would call them friendships, but it's more of like acquaintances that they will talk with and chat with, but we haven't like made deep, like serious relationships, you know, friendships out of the church homeschooling group, but we're a part of it just because there's opportunities that come up that are just better for to be done with groups. For example, like field trip opportunities. This year I planned one to a worship radio station that we went to, and that was really fun. And I had some other things planned, but they had to be canceled due to, you know, some things that were out of my control. But anyway, so that's kind of what we've used that for. Is for those things. Like the daddy-daughter dance that my youngest went to this year was such a blessing to us, and just for their memories, it was so wonderful. And that was put on by a mom in that group. So I'm so grateful for those opportunities, because those things really only are made available if you're a part of a group. So I say all that to say, sometimes you can be a part of a group for different opportunities. You can contribute to the group to create opportunities for other homeschooling kids. All the while, you might not be meeting your very best friends in the group, and that's okay. So everything has a purpose. So since we took such a long break from official homeschool groups, myself, my friend and her 2 kids, and my other friend and her 2 kids, I share a little bit with them on Instagram, so they're totally like fine with me talking about this. We have done things together ever since we all left that original homeschooling group that I made videos about, and that was a long time ago. So we've just done things together. Not much, but you know, maybe once or twice a month we get together and we do something. So these are the friends that I have done poetry tea time with monthly for, I think, like 2 or 3 years I did that. Last year, I did a monthly book club where we all were reading a read aloud at the same time. We would come together, discuss it, play some games, and that was really fun. That was getting more difficult though, because like my oldest daughter is 17, my son is turning 16, and the younger girls in the group are like just turning 10 or just turned 10. So, you know, big age range difference, big maturity level difference, big interest level differences. And even though they're all friends, because we definitely are not of the mindset that our friends need to be born in the same year as us, when it comes to reading certain books, you know, like my teenagers will entertain it, and I know that they enjoyed it, but it wasn't something that I wanted to continue this year because it was just getting really difficult for me to appeal to such a wide range of kids that were not my own. Because like if you're my own kid, then I'm gonna like force you to, you know, like mature a little bit. But you know, when you don't have older siblings, then it's like, you know, there's a difference. So anyway, all that to say, this year I was really kind of wondering like, what should I do? What should I offer? And I know my friends were also feeling that way because we've done this together for so many years. Like my one friend threw parties for the holidays for the kids you know, for years, and she said she was kind of burned out on parties. So this year she just is having a movie afternoon at her house where the kids, everyone takes a turn choosing like a favorite movie and their favorite snack, and the kids just go over to her house and watch a movie. Like, it's very low key. It's just for intentionality for them to get together. And then my other friend, who really has never hosted anything that was like, she would like plan parks, like let's meet at the park or something like that. Again, our kids are getting older, so going to the park is still fun, but maybe not quite as often. So this year was the first year that she hosted something where she actually has to like teach and prepare a little bit. And she did a hymn study, and she's using Not Consumed hymn study with all the kids, and that's been really good. So once a month they go over there, and it's only about an hour. It's like a Bible study / hymn study, which has been fun. So that's what they changed to this year. So I changed to nature study, and even just like nature outings, hiking, or going to like beautiful parks, or like yesterday we went into the mountains, and there's a lot of really beautiful nature where we are. So that was my intention. Now I tell you guys this because it can be very discouraging when you feel like it's just not working out for whatever reasons out of your control sometimes, and then some things in your control, to, you know, give up. So I'm just telling you guys this to share that it happens to me too, and I'm just persevering, and that would be my recommendation to you. So anyway, we started with the nature thing in September. It's still very hot in September where we live, so that month was like the introduction. So they came over, we decorated nature journals, we talked about all the different hikes we were gonna do and all that kind of stuff. So then in October was our first hike that I had planned. Remember, I only plan these once a month, and I sent the dates out to my friends so they can secure the calendars. Well, when we do that, it's like as we're planning our homeschool year, so obviously there's gonna be things that come up that we didn't know about then that we have to kind of configure around now. So that's what happened. So in October, I actually had to cancel that hike because we ended up going out of town on an unexpected trip. And due to how busy fall is, there was just no other day for us to reschedule it. So we canceled October. Then we moved on to November, and we had crazy weather here. We were gonna go do a hike where there's a lot of sand, and the wind was blowing, no joke, like 35 miles an hour to 50-mile-an-hour gusts. So all that dirt was just gonna be getting in our eyeballs. So I had to cancel November. And again, we're in the holidays, Thanksgiving, way too hard to try to get another date on the calendar with 2 other families. So we canceled that one. December, I never plan anything for stuff like that because it's already just so busy. So we didn't have anything in December. January, we had an outing planned for a really beautiful park in our area, and it was pouring rain that day. Pouring rain. Not the kind of rain you could still go out and enjoy, but like the rain that's gonna make you freezing cold and soak your clothes and your shoes. So we had to cancel January. That brought us to February this month, which is the one that you guys saw a little bit of yesterday. But when we got there, it was closed. The library was closed. And I looked online and I had the information, and it just wasn't right. And so we got up there and it was closed. And there was like snow all over the ground. So there was really not a lot that we could do to improvise. I mean, we made do, but I can't say much more than that because there's like personal details and all that. But anyway, so we got up to where we were supposed to go with my friends, the nature outing, and what I intended to do did not happen because it was closed. So that brings us to March. We do have one planned for March. It's the one that we were gonna do in November. We're gonna make up for it in March. And then when I got to April, I had one planned, but the trail that I initially planned got ruined by some flooding in our area. So I think I'm gonna have to change the hike. And I also had to change that date because something else came up. And then that brings us to May, which will be our last one, and hopefully we can do the one that we planned. And so it's like September to May is kind of how we plan these group things. So anyway, I share all that to say that if you plan things and it's a struggle, just keep persevering. I planned poetry tea time for my friends for 3 years without any trouble at all. The only time I ever canceled was because someone was sick. And you know, then I did book club last year, and it was very rare that both my friends could come, but I still hosted. So like one family would come and then the other one would be gone, and then it was like vice versa, which kind of made it hard too. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys that because like this is not, everything doesn't go perfectly, and you still have to persevere. Just because things are difficult and not coming as easy as you hope doesn't mean you should stop trying. And it can be super valuable to just kind of like show how you pivot through those things. And I'm gonna be honest, stuff like that really stresses me out. I don't love getting to a place and then it's like closed and I have my friends and their kids there and I'm like, I swear I looked at the hours. Like, I don't love that, but I'm not throwing in the towel on it. It's just been a challenging year. And my kids have also noticed, you know, they're not the nicest sometimes, and they're like, Mom, we haven't done a single nature thing. And it's just like, I'm sorry guys, the weather's been terrible. We've had some travel come up. Like, I'm really sorry, I'm trying. And so I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but I just wanted to share it in this video because I think sometimes when you share about homeschooling on a public platform, it can be like everything in your homeschool is just going swimmingly, and that's just not the case. So here's your healthy reminder that I'm persevering through adversity, and if you are facing some of it too, or just challenges or difficulties, just keep trying. Just keep trying. It's always worth it. So I wanted to share that little story with you guys in this video as well. So that's gonna be it for this day in the life, you guys. I hope you enjoyed just spending an ordinary day with me. This was what I was up to on my Wednesday. Started early, and so I'm gonna go to bed early. When I do those 5:30 wake ups, I'm definitely asleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So that's gonna be it. I wanna thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Don't forget to check out the links to Hiya down below. You can save 50% off your first order from them. Check them out. I know you will love them, and so will your kids. All that information is down below, and I will see you guys again in my next one really soon. Bye.